Melbourne Victory making 4 changes to the 11 smashed in the derby 7-0, including the return of Robbie Cruz. Brandon Lawton slots into that left-back position with Adama Traore suspended. We've seen them in a long time. They've missed the past 5 games. 4 changes for the Wanderers too. Jordan O'Doherty, haven't seen him for a couple of months. He steps into midfield. Ziegler back as part of that back 3, and Abini and Troisi part of that attacking unit. It's game number 150. Countdown is over on his ankle. And Callum McManaman, encouraged to shoot, plays in Cruz instead, who tees it up for Falami, who opens the scoring. A massive week for the Melbourne Victory, and there is light at the end of the tunnel, and it's a first A-League goal for Ben Falami on loan from Ipswich Town.
Going in for a number of years. The Wanderers had their chances. And Victory in transition now uses his body beautifully. Doran's left, swinging at air. He tried to get the ankles, couldn't miss it. Bad defending from the Wanderers midfielder. And there was still players pumping forward. Really clever pass from McManaman to open the chance. The dink to the back post made it look a little dodgy for Ben Falami, but he held his nerve and he finished with a plum. And the Victory in rare territory.
Great. Rimmer's delivery, free header, make it 2. Stormroo on target. The Wanderers' defence is shambolic right now. Where is the leader? There are
the corner swung nicely from Rimmer, very good from the set piece. And I'd reckon Stormroo has collected that right on the 6-yard line. There's a clutch of Wanderers players around him, but no one following him in. There's trouble at Millspeedy. The Wanderers down to the hitherto hapless Melbourne Victory at Marvel Stadium.
You saw the reactions immediately. Ziegler putting his hands up. Who's got him? McGowan putting his hands up. Ziegler preferred to him tonight. Come the Wanderers, little 1-2. Come out. All the way across the face, and they pull one back. What a finish from the Victory old boy, James Troisi, off the underside of the crossbar to make it 2-1.
Well, like we're seeing the dickens of a time on the near touchline dealing with Kamau. The 1-2 beat him. Bruce is beating him with dribbles and nutmegs. Speaking of, it's gone through Dylan Ryan's legs onto the far post. There's still enough Victory players back here. No one can actually put the pressure on the ball, and it's a really good hit from James Troisi. Kamau's been the shining light for the Wanderers in this depressing start for them. But hope springs eternal out of the left boot of James Troisi.
Ziegler has the assignment. And the volley from Falami. He's got a first half double. And the Wanderers defending corners picked off again. Beautiful delivery from Brimmer, who has another assist. And Ben Falami has a brace.
It's a truly ridiculous halftime scoreline. And it's truly ridiculous defending from corners from the Western Sydney Wanderers. Ziggy Gordon, so dependable this year, he slips this time. Mate, if there's not a mass sacking of the footwear during the break, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Falami with a brace. Victory with 3 inside 45 minutes.
Came again to poke it away. Back to Aquilina. Beanie helping it on to Troisi. Nice little move on Stormroo, and that's an important header. Clear again by Broxham.
It's not going to need it. Almost got entangled. Off balance. Fresh as enough in recovery.
Adjust his body to get a meaningful shot away. Back in by O'Doherty, and all the way through. And what a save by Acton with Kamau lurking.
But he did really well here. There's a boot flying in front of him. That's the first clearance off the line. They're really walking a fine line, Melbourne Victory. And there's Abini getting the ball down. Kamau through. There were 6 studs squaring up to that ball, and Acton leapt and punched the ball clear.
inside the area when any contact may have occurred, so the VAR won't be weighing in on that one. I wouldn't have thought. Here's Falami getting the better of Gordon. Still Ben Falami. That's a penalty, maybe. Referee says yes. And will Ben Falami step up to the spot and hunt his hat-trick?
After and mentored a fine young player.
Their top scorer this season. Jake Bremer steps up to the spot and Margush keeps it out.
Get ready to do the Margush montage, because he saved them from going down by 3 goals in the first half. And he saved them from the same fate from the penalty spot. Terrific.
And flicked on, there's a tap-in coming up, so they waste the penalty, but they do not waste the corner. Flicked on to Dylan Ryan.
Well, touch at the near post. Dylan Ryan arrives at the far post. Callum McManaman, really nice glance. This is a horror show for the Wanderers. And they're wiping the sleep out of their eyes, the Victory fans. Where's this been? 4-1.
Butterfield, number 5. He scored a couple of bombs this season. He can hit them from outside the area. And the man with all that experience in the English Championship has been part of the inspiration.
But as welcome as this is for the Victory faithful, he can hit a ball, there's no question. Exquisite technique from Jacob Butterfield. That's not half bad from Rudy Gestede either. But as soon as that comes down to the midfielder, he's got his eyes and mind on one thing: setting up my left foot and putting the laces through the middle of the ball. He hits it superbly. Helps Victory to their 5th goal, with the score blowing out to 5-1.
How good is that technique? You don't see a goalkeeper. Dorrans v Acton. And this would top it all off if Acton could make the save. And Dorrans sends him the wrong way. And it's back to 5-2, and there's 15 minutes to go, and the Wanderers are second half specialists in scoring goals. Who knows?
And as poor as they have been for some reason, it all just kicks in. Dorrans in an advanced position, hasn't had the happiest of nights, but he's kept tooling away. He wins the penalty, then converts it straight down the middle. Acton guesses, but guesses wrongly, and dives out of the way. And there's a ray of hope.
Slipped from Troisi, but found the target, and Mitch Duke pulls another one back. Still 5 minutes to go, plus stoppage time, and it's back to 5-3.
Had a couple of near things tonight. Mitch Duke, very front of goal. Couldn't find the touch needed. He certainly finds the touch now. It's a really emphatic header. Questionable defending from Melbourne Victory. Is free as a bird, as was Storm Roo in about exactly the same patch of grass in the first half. Storm was from a corner. Mitch is from general play.
Lifted down the line for Duke. And the ricochet all the way through for Muller! 5-4! Still 2 minutes plus stoppage time to go. It's one of those crazy nights in the A-League.
A talented player. And the Victory just couldn't see this away. They had Mitch Duke boxed in. Storm Roo inadvertent deflection off him. Bruce Kamau probably fancied himself to get a touch here, but he missed it. And into the back of the net. From 5-1 to 5-4. Look at the curl on that from the German.